Hey everyone, this is PME bringing you in a Black 2 White 2 Wi-Fi match against b2j135. And now, this was actually the sport at the moment, so I just made a makeshift rain team from stuff I found in my PC boxes. And I believe b2j said that this was indeed one of his OU teams, though it was probably one of his old ones. And now from the team preview here, I can see that Berlin is going to be most likely an obvious lead since he thinks I'm probably going to lead with a Poly 2 to set up the rain right away. But overall, I think I want to start with Ninjas just to set up some speed boost, maybe possibly pass it to guard jump if I can, and start a early sweep there. The things I'm scared about is Cloister starting up his shell smash sweep, or actually, yeah, that guard jump, his own guard jump is gonna be hard to stop, especially if it's choice guard. Nothing on my team can outspeed that at first. Maybe Ninjas, possibly not. I'd have to know his exact stat. But anyways, his Jellicent, I'm gonna have to wall that with my own Vaporeon, but in turn they kind of wall each other. It depends who has the toss who can heal it off. But the Ferrothorn is gonna be a pain too. The only thing I have to stop that is the Garchomp with my own Earthquakes in there. But anyways, that's gonna be. So let's start the match, and I'm gonna indeed lead with my Ninjas as he does indeed lead with his Breloom. So I did the right choice here because I'm gonna start with a Protect because the sport here is obvious. So I'm gonna get a free speed boost. I'm actually gonna bat and pass it out to Politoed to have it as a sleep fodder, but instead he goes for the Swords Dance. I guess he was thinking I'm gonna substitute, but I don't carry substitute on this Ninjask. So from here I'm gonna use Perish because I now outspeed him because I don't want him to sweep my team. And this Bullet Seed is easily gonna take out my Politoed, no problem there. Especially defensive Politoed. So now have Jirachi here to hopefully take some hits until the Perish count goes to 0, and I do outspeed him, so I will use Substitute on the first turn to avoid the Spore, and he's going to use Mach Punch to break myself, which he does. I'm still outspeeding him, so I'll use a Calm Mind, and I'll still be able to use Substitute next turn, since he either switch out or loses Breloom, but he's gonna switch out. So I get a free sub, and I get to see what he switches in, and he switches his Heatran, and I'm like, okay, we got a Heatran. So I'm going to use Substitute, and on this turn I'm going to use Thunder, so I can hopefully get the Paralysis on them, and do some decent chunk of damage to it, and I do get the Paralysis, and that's great. So now he sets up his Stealth Rock, and that threw me off. I thought he would want to break myself first, but whatever, my Ninjas is now useless. So on this turn, I'm going to reveal that I had the Water Pulse on this Jirachi. He might have thought I had some other move, I'm not sure, and I was hoping for confusion, but I don't get it. And now he reveals he has Roar, and drags in my Vaporeon, so he switches out because he wants none of that. I'm going to use, as soon as he switches out, I'm going to use a Safe Scald here. Try to get burn or whatever comes in, and his Ferrothorn. But of course, as luck has it, I don't get the burn. And I don't want none of that Power Whip coming my way. So I'm going to switch out and pretty much sack my Ninjas. But actually, the Power Whip lands, but Ninjas takes it relatively well. So I'm going to go for a Swords Dance because I can't really switch Ninjas back in and hopefully go and try and pass it off. But I'm scared of his Gyro Ball. But he goes for Spikes. So now I got a Speed Boost and I got Swords Dance. I'm going to bat and pass that to Garchomp because I'm pretty sure the Gyro Ball is coming my way. But actually he uses Thunder Wave. And I'm like, okay. And after the match I asked him, and he actually said he does not carry Gyro Ball on this Ferrothorn. So I'm going to go ahead and use Earthquake to take a big chunk. He's going to go for another Spikes because he has priority user in the form of Breloom to try to take out my Garchomp afterwards. And I'm thinking, okay, this Spore is coming in. So I'm going to try to take out as much as Breloom's health as I can. He goes for a Sword Stance instead. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Do you not want to stop my Garchomp? This Mach Punch is not going to take it out. So I get to get a free kill, and he brings it as his Cloister, and I'm like, okay, is he gonna go for like Focus Smash, Shell Smash? But no, he reveals he has the Ice Shard. I'm like, okay, why did he switch that in first? But he probably could have saved this Breloom, but who knows? I switch in my Jirachi to try and check this Cloister, but he switches out, brings in his Heatran. I go for the Safe Thunder, even though he has a Garchomp. But okay, from here I can go ahead and use water pulse because I already he already revealed he had roar, so I might as well not go for a substitute. And I get the confusion, and he hits himself on this turn. So I go, okay, I'm like, okay, I can go for a safe sub now. I got the parafusion going on, and I can probably keep my sub. So I go ahead and use a substitute on this turn, and I want to see what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to roar me out, or just straight out attack me. But he hits himself again. So on this turn, I'm actually gonna opt to try to take him out with a water pulse. No need to drag it out any longer. So with that, I don't have to deal with the C-Train anymore, and the next biggest threat is his Garchomp and his Cloyster. I'm not too scared of his Gelatin at this point. So he brings in his Garchomp, and he uses Earthquake to break my sub. I'm like, okay, this thing has to be choiced, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use Water Pulse on the turn he attacks me, and I'm gonna switch in my Ninjas as a possible death fodder, but see, he reveals to me as actually a Choice Scarf Garchomp. I thought it was Choice Banded. So now that I sack my Ninjas, I can have a safe switch into my Vaporeon. So I wouldn't have to eat 2 EQs, which might, after Stealth Rock and Spikes, would probably be a 2-hit KO. I had to run some calcs on that. So now it's a stallish match between his Gelatin that he just switched in against my Vaporeon. So now I used Toxic on the first turn. He switched out his Garchomp, I guess thinking I had Ice Beam, but no, I carried the Acid Armor on this Vaporeon. So now he's really scared because he has to take it out with his Quingles to try to get a special defense drop with the Shadow Balls to try to take it out as best as he can. But the thing is, I have Rest and Hydration on this Vaporeon, and he knew that. He just didn't know that I didn't carry the Ice Beam on it. So now that I have basically have +6 on my Vaporeon, and I'm just waiting out the Toxic to kill him out. I'm gonna go for one more last rest here before the Toxic comes him off, and I have as much health as possible against his Garchomp, and I'm his Cloyster that he's bringing in. So he brings in his Cloyster to try to get a Smash Attack Sweep going on, because that's basically his last hope. But so I go for the Scald here. Rain Boosted Stab Scald actually does a big chunk to his Cloyster because they have low special defense. So right here he knows he can't really do anything to my Vaporeon at this point. So he decides to forfeit. So that's alright. We both know where that was gonna head, but I wish he would have finished the match. So with X and Y coming out, I will be doing Wi-Fi battles with X and Y, but I'm wondering, will I still be doing 5th gen Wi-Fi battles? But we'll see how that works out. So until next time, this has been PME.